views from up here are quite something. Just coming out of the castle, and I can hear the bell of the cathedral ringing. Well, good morning from Trieste. I found the most delightful little cafe and having breakfast. The view over the water next to me is rather nice. It's a nice way to have breakfast, a nice way to start the day. But special thanks to Andrew, who actually has sponsored my breakfast this morning. Andrew went online to the link below in the description box and bought me a coffee, which is very sweet of you, so thank you very much. This one is on you. Oh dear. I had a great night's sleep in my Airbnb accommodation last night. I do like Airbnb. There's such a variety of accommodation on there, and you can stay in the part of the town or city you actually want to stay in. It's absolutely brilliant. Airbnb haven't paid me to say that, they're my personal thoughts. If you haven't tried Airbnb yourself, then check out the link in the description below and you could get a discount on your first stay. It's absolutely brilliant, far cheaper and far better than staying in any hotel. Enjoyable breakfast, sitting down by the canal, drinking coffee and having a jam croissant. What a great way to start the day. But now I'm off to explore the historical side of Trieste before I get run over by a motorcyclist. I don't know. Roman Amphitheatre here is remarkably well preserved after nearly 2,000 years. It was constructed by Quintus Petronius Modesta in the 1st century here in what was Roman Tergestum. The games in Roman times were popular, especially the gladiatorial combats. Spectators would enter through the side door and make their way up through the vomitorium into the seating area known as the cavea. The front rows of the cavea were reserved for the nobility, the dignitaries of the town. Middle rows were for the ordinary people of the town, but mainly reserved for men, and the top area for women and children. Yeah, children actually came to watch the games, something that's difficult for us to understand in these modern times. We think that children actually enjoy going to watch gladiatorial combats. Well, that's what happened back in Roman times. The closest we can get to a vomitorium today would be the Players' Tunnel to football stadium, and the closest to gladiatorial combat would be bullfighting, something I don't wish to ever see. You can see the entrance to the vomitorium up on the upper seating area behind me, the area now covered by grass. The area directly behind me is all that remains of the backstage area. This was the holding area where the gladiators and all those other people who performed in the arena would wait until it was their turn to go out and perform to the crowds. Gladiatorial combats and executions were part of the entertainment in the Roman world. And the bigger the spectacle, the bigger the entertainment. The bigger the entertainment, the bigger the spectacle. Standing up here above the theatre, you get an idea of the view that could have been seen from the rear seats. Back in Roman Tergestum, the sea actually came up to the back of the theatre, the area where the road is today. I had a good look round the old Roman theatre. Really fascinating. Unfortunately, couldn't go inside. Like a lot of the Roman attractions here, the old ruined walls, they're all enclosed and they're all blocked off, undergoing renovation. Rather a shame, but I guess we're either out of season or they're doing maintenance on it, because we're slightly out of season here at the beginning of October. But this hill's a bit puffy. Well, it's puffing me out. This old rickety road leads up to the castle and some more Roman remains. So let's have a little look and see what we can find up here. The monument behind me is a memorial to the First World War. It was dedicated at a ceremony here on the 30th of August 1935. The statue at the top depicts 5 men in a classical pose, and by their feet is a sword and a shield. Behind me are the remains of the old Roman Forum and Basilica. This would have been the business end of the town. This is where the judiciary would have occurred, and all the town's decisions would have been made here as well. Now let's head up into the old castle here, San Guisto, on San Guisto Hill, and see what we can find up here. must say I do enjoy exploring old ruins and old castles. This is my first one in Italy, so I'm hoping for something quite different. I'm already impressed having just walked into here. Beside the door here is a 16th century falconet cannon. Very nice to see these old artillery pieces, especially when they're in situ in an old castle. And two impressive statues over here. What a great entrance to any castle. Entrance into the castle here is actually free, and this inner courtyard is huge. It's fantastic up here. There are several museums within the castle, so I'm going to explore those, as well as the panoramic views which you can get across from the ramparts. So I'm really looking forward to that. Coming in here to the cannon room, they got some more of these 16th century falconets. And it seems they seem to have which looks like a culverin of some sort. I'm not too up on medieval weaponry, but if you recognise one of these cannons, then leave a description in the description box below and let me know what they are. There isn't an information board here which tells me. It's lovely to see these old cannons though, and in quite a remarkable state of preservation. Just heading up the steps to the ramparts. Apparently the views from up here are quite something, looking out over the town and the Gulf of Trieste and the Adriatic. Let's have a look. The views from up here are quite something. I thought the views over the Alzette Valley in Luxembourg the other week were terrific, but this is fantastic up here, it really is. See for miles. The view from here is even better than it was on the other side of the fort. Oh dear, it's also windy up here as well. From up here you can see the Mole d'Assas, you can see the town, the old port area, the railway station. Basically you can see everything from up here. The view is just amazing. It's worth coming here just for the view. Armoury Museum was very interesting. Lots of old muskets and pikes, swords, crossbows. The only downside was having to wear a face mask. And quite rightly so, because I'm indoors and I have to respect all the wishes and the laws of Italy, and to keep me safe and to keep members of the general public safe. But on a personal note, I do find it very difficult to wear a face mask. I feel so claustrophobic, and as an asthmatic, I'm actually medically exempt, but doesn't always cut it, I'm afraid, which is a shame. I haven't found any underground dungeons, but the vaulted ceiling in the Lapidarium was particularly interesting. Lapidarium is where old monuments and fragments of monuments are sort of stored and displayed. But now it's time to see what else I can find as I leave the castle here and head out into what used to be Roman Trieste. Just coming out of the castle, and I can hear the bell of the cathedral ringing. I can see through into the gaps in the arches, and it seems there's one big tenor bell that's making this fantastic sound. I love hearing church bells. This is quite unexpected. I'm really chuffed. It's lovely. Lovely to hear the sound of the bells. Another of the attractions up here is the Cathedral of San Guisto. Let's go in and take a look around. The interior of this Catholic church is absolutely stunning. The ornate ceiling over the altar is absolutely incredible. The workmanship that would have gone into that just is beyond belief. around the sides of the church are numerous little chapels, all very different. And not being a Catholic, I don't know the meaning or the significance of all the little stations and all the little chapels and altars that surround the interior of an old Catholic church. Maybe you do know the answer to that, so perhaps leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know. I'd be interested in finding out a little more about the interior of a Catholic church. But the ambience in here is quite still. There's an echo in the main nave, which is rather interesting. But it's the columns that span the nave. They look a lot older, I think, than the building itself. But yeah, this is an absolute gem of a find. I know it's probably not right to treat a house of God as a tourist attraction, and I'm sure he will forgive me for saying so. But coming here is just so worthwhile, even to sit quietly and just soak up the atmosphere and the ambience of the occasion. Just down below the cathedral is this most beautiful little garden, packed full of old discarded Roman artefacts. And it seems a good place to end this vlog as well. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow the rest of my journey here in Trieste. Thanks for watching.